And Didi, I know that's not the outcome that you were expecting. It's not the one you were predicting. But in many ways, you know, have we to revisit the qualifying campaign and how well Iceland did, and that really it's possibly something we should have thought was on the cards.
No, you can make a case that they deserve the point because they played with endeavour. They fought for each other, and when there was a hairy situation, they got blocks in, and then the keeper made one or two saves. I think today you can say Iceland arrived on the world stage, and I think even in South America they would know where Iceland is, how many people live there. Yeah, they deserved that draw. They were magnificent from start to finish, the way they battled, the way they fought. In Argentina's case, I've got a feeling that 10 players on the pitch give the ball to Messi and say, go on, do something. And this is not how you win games, and this is certainly not the way you win championships. And they've got a lot of work to do. So I thought at the start, you know, they've got a chance. Seeing this game, I'm not too sure how far they can go, because I think they may even have a job on their hands getting out of the group now, because in Croatia and Nigeria there's two other good teams.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point, and we almost touched on it a little bit at half-time when we mentioned that Argentina are inclined to route everything through Lionel Messi. And the problem is Lionel Messi wasn't involved in all of their friendly internationals prior to the start of the World Cup. OK, when he did arrive on the scene, he scored a hat-trick and all was well in the camp. But it's very different when you come into the white-hot heat of competition, and he hasn't been around, and they're trying to build the team around him. They make no secret about it.
You can understand it to a degree, but then equally you have to know that the opposition are going to counteract that. And the way that Iceland set up is so impressive in terms of nullifying what Messi did. He was only 1v1 on probably a handful of occasions, and there was still a back four beyond that. Didn't get into dangerous areas. So that's when St. Pauli needs to step up, needs to have plan B. They lacked width. The build-up was very slow, it was predictable, and it was so reliant on Messi to produce the magic, and he simply wasn't quite at that level, combined with what Iceland were doing to nullify it.
And also, Shay, for a team that may be aspiring to go deep into the competition and maybe even reach the final and win it, did Argentina look a little bit one-dimensional to you? Because I heard you comment a few times that they were so narrow, but they remained narrow for the entire game.
Yeah, they didn't move the ball quick enough, as you say. They were trying to feed little balls to Aguero, and Messi was trying to get on in little spaces. But to be fair to Iceland, they got probably 10, maybe even 11 players behind the ball at times, and it was so condensed in that middle part of the pitch. They had to get it wide. You know, move the back four, move the midfielder in front of them. They didn't move them at all. It was all little sort of intricate passes trying to, you know, play through the space. You've got to give Iceland great credit. I mean, this is their debut in the World Cup finals, and they're coming away playing against Argentina with the likes of Messi and Aguero, and they've come away with a draw. And, you know, you got to give them great credit for what they've done, and you can clearly see that the manager has set them up defensively. They're very, very hard to break down, Iceland.
Okay.